Jesus Christ, this game is amazing. I think it's time for a review. I'm gonna review this game. I think this game deserves a review too. So we are reviewing Final Fantasy. Fantasy 16 review. I think where do we start? Amazing story. Even in the demo, when I played the demo, I just knew the story is gonna be awesome because they gave so much of the context in the story itself. It was immediately made me realize this game is gonna be good. So amazing story. Good graphics as well. It especially the forest area, it blows Wukong out of the water. The graphics in this game is really good. Like especially how the way the Clive looks. If you look at it in a split second, review, not revive. View. Yeah. Like the way how Clive looks, if you look at it in a glass, the guy looks almost real. Dude looks super realistic. Oh, really? That is an old guy? Yeah. I think the forest graphics, some of the aspects of this graphics in the game is way better than Wukong. And rightfully so, too. Amazing graphics, good story, good graphics, good story, good combat. Amazing combat, actually. Combat is insanely good. Amazing combat. Amazing music. Amazing music. Everything in this game is really good. Like a transmog. Transmog is good. Side quests are amazing too. What else is there? Transmog is good. Combat is so fluid. Like it's just really good. The combat is insanely good. The way it combos is really good as well. I think the amulet system that gives you dodge, they made it in a very clever way. So instead of just making it like a damage mitigation or stuff like that, it makes the combat more cutscene and more cool to do. The X button spam and the auto dog commands. All of them are really good. I think it's a really good way to give you an easy mode. That's very fun to play. Like most of the games, the easy mode, at least the story mode, like usually the more brain dead enemies and they just die more way faster, right? But in this game, they made it in a way it's more fun. Like you can choose what kind of easy mode you want by the amulet system. Like what I can even say, like everything is good in this game. Like questing is good, the story is good, music is good, combat is amazing. Like what else you can say about this game? Level design is kind of meh. I'm gonna say it on the con section. But this is like one of those games, like I said, no cons. Oh, there is. I am a criticizer. I do have cons, no matter how good the game is. I think I found some cons in the game. I do. Oh, I forgot to put the pros. Let me show. Pros. Like, almost every aspect of this game is so good. And by far the best Final Fantasy I ever played in my stream. And it's just simply amazing. The game is super fun. You know? You gotta play this. I think it's way better than Final Fantasy VII. Like, I played Final Fantasy VII recently as well in the stream, but the remake version. I don't think the Final Fantasy VII even holds a candle against this one. The Final Fantasy VII was boring compared to this one. The combat was kind of meh. The story was not going anywhere. They dragged it too long. But this one is just perfect. The story didn't drag at all. Like, there is some quest that's like slightly sloppy, but it doesn't matter. Like, it's just a single quest, you know. Like, I played it for 11 hours straight, so maybe I got kind of burned out. Feeling that quest is kind of annoying, but it doesn't. I don't think you will feel like that at all. Like, all the quests are good. Amazing combat, the characters are good, the story is good, character dialogues are amazing, even the side quest is voice acted. All of them are, if not most of them are. Like, every side quest I did was fully voice acted. Cutscenes are god tier. Like, every aspect you can think of in this game is good. It's just really good. Like, Final Fantasy, I have no idea if they can make a game that is this good, bro. Like, compared to 7, this is just a brush up through the. This is hardcore. I forgot to mention that. This is a Final Fantasy for men. 40-year-old men that want some hardcore blood, war, decapitation, freaking death, misery, suffering. Dark as hell. This game is darkest Final Fantasy. Even God of War is not this dark, dude. That's the problem I had with that game. God of freaking War didn't have this much gore. You see where I'm coming from? Like, God of War's gore is way worse than this game. This game is just blood everywhere. Like, your character goes into the cutscene, and then his face is covered in blood. Like, what the hell? There is blood splattered all over the place. You know? It's so good. So dark. Plus 18, I think, this game. I think what else is there? Combat, music, story. Biomes are pretty good. The traversal. Story, combat. Like, you don't feel like the leveling process is also pretty good. The unlockings are pretty good as well. The combat is just so fluid. Like, when you press the button, he will immediately react to it. You know? Like, that was so good. Like, the only combat that was that responsive for me was Wulong Fallen Dynasty. This game is way more fluid than that game in terms of combat. You know? Alright, I think I pretty much said everything about the pros on this game. Like, everything is good. Like, I cannot say how much I can empathize on this. Every aspect is good, but this game also has flaws, like every game is. Nothing is perfect, even God's creation. Like, all of the freaking universe is not perfect. So this game is not perfect either. So with that, we are going into the cons section. Let's go with the cons. I think, should I start with the performance or should I just go with the combat? Because I have issues with both of them. Performance, I will start with the performance. Performance. You need a 3090 straight up. Here's the deal. Don't freaking understand what I am saying, and then don't whine and bitch in the comment section. When I say you need a 3090, I'm talking about high settings, everything is maxed out, 1080p, 60 fps without any upscaling. You need a 3090. In some scenes, especially you're going into the rune structures and what do you call it? Ruins and some other the forest area, and then when the combat gets way flashier, it will chunk your GPU very hard. You need a 3090 to play this game, constant 60 FPS no matter where you go. Straight up. You can go see my benchmarks. My 3080 is dying just to pull 60 FPS. Game is super GPU heavy. But you can play it on console, 30 FPS, no problem. So if you want to experience this game, play it on PS5. Probably. That's the better way ever to enjoy this game. Or you need at least $1,000 PC. Straight up. $1,000 PC. Like even then, you can't get a 3090. So you're kind of fucked on that regard. And the game's launch optimization is kind of ass. So you gotta get a mod. I will try to link that in my description. So you gotta use that mod in order to get a good FPS in this game. Depth of field, dog shit. Dynamic resolution is you have to use it if you have anything below 3090. Kiss your FPS goodbye because you literally can't run this game 1080p 60 FPS on a 3080. Not gonna happen. Like if you want to run this game natively, not gonna happen. Straight up. Game is super heavy. Combat. Let's start with the combat then. The first 8 hours of the combat in this game, dog shit. Straight up. It is the most slowest, clunkiest combat you will ever see in a video game because your main sword doesn't have much combo. It sucks to hit mobs with the combat in the early game. But once you get the mini icons, you can combo with each other. It's a very ability spam game. Like you don't have. It's more is it more shallow than Wukong? Yes. Your base combat combos are way shallower than Wukong, and it's bad. Like early game combat was miserable in this game. You gotta go through that slog, and I will guarantee you it's worth it. Combat is a slog. Like it's just miserable. Like especially you will fight a first boss, and you literally have nothing in your arsenal. You just stuck hitting that guy with your wet noodle of a sword. That's pretty much it. Sword combo sucks. Yeah, your primary damage is always gonna come through your abilities, your icon abilities. Your sword combo sucks, straight up. Like it's not impactful, it doesn't do any damage, 0 damage. You are hitting like a wet noodle, like literally. Fourth one. Sword combo sucks, 0 damage. Early game kinda meh. Performance sucks. What else is there? Early game. Sword. Yeah, that's the only gripe I had. The combat really started very slow. You gotta have at least 3 icons in your arsenal to have a good, combat experience. Like after that, like mid game, like once you unlock your 3rd icon, you are just gonna ball like everything. It's just a jungle simulator after that. I will talk about that as well. Continue along the way. So once you unlock more skills, what happens is the combat gets way flashier Like I usually parry in Dark Souls and Elden Ring and every Liza P and many other games. I do like to parry, but as soon as I saw the combat and how clusterfuckery the combat is, like it's just a visual visual nuke. It just nukes your PC, like it nukes your screen. Everything is just flashy as hell. So I just have to force my. I just automatically default into having the auto dodge and having the auto attack. I didn't even bother to parry even once in the game because the combat gets so cluttery, so flashy. You literally don't know what the fuck is going on in the screen. Straight up. Like especially if you have that tornado bullshit ability, if you are inside the tornado, you ain't saying shit at all. Let me show you what I mean. Where is it? Give me a second. I will pull up the video and then I can show you what I mean. Like the combat gets to the so flashy aspect, it just goes insane. You know? Okay, I can pull this one up. Give me a second. Yeah, that will do you. Give you a better idea. So when I say the combat gets way flashier, this is like a spoiler, but look at this. What the fuck? You expect me to parry in this clusterfuck? Like, what is even happening in the screen? This is what I mean. If you are epileptic, you are gonna get a seizure from this. Look at this, dude. Like in the side fire with this clusterfuckery. But I still think this is fun. But it is my complaint. It's too flashy to the point it's more flash over kind of substance, you know? Like you cannot fucking parry anything in this. Look at this. What is this? Come on. Give me a break. As soon as I saw how the combat is gonna look like, I stopped parrying completely. I don't want to deal with this. It only makes me mad and I hate the game. Like I straight up, highly recommended to play with the auto dodge or something. Because the clusterfuck in the game is gonna ruin your experience if you're gonna play without anything. Super clusterfuckery. You know? That's pretty much it. What else is there? You look way better. Your character looks way more detailed, but other NPCs looks kind of mid. Especially your girlfriend. Like Jill looks like she is from PS3. If you noticed it, your main character looks like he is from PS5. Jill looks like she is from PS3. But it's not a big deal. Clive looks amazing. You know? That's pretty much my complaints about this game. Is there anything else I have complaints? Level design is kind of me. Level design and mob variety, I forgot. Level design and mob variety. Army. Like you don't really fight anything in that, like many epic monsters that much. Especially if you are just playing the variety. I don't know how to spell, but this is what I can do. If you want to play like want my mobility, it's kinda what do you call it? Hard to find a differentiation in this game. There are bosses, there are unique bosses, but they come very less in like a 75% of the game. So it's kind of hard on that sense, you know. But I think music, you kind of use the same music over and over again. But the game is so good, the music is so good, you can never get sick of that music, like at all. Sword combo sucks, early game sucks. You don't really get more heals in the game. You don't get to upgrade at all. At least I never got a. The game didn't tell me any mechanics to upgrade how much heals you can take. So you start with 4 potions and then you end the game with 4 potions. That's pretty much it. The RPG elements is kind of lackluster in the game. So if you are looking for a very in-depth RPG, this is not it. It's very story-based with flashy combat and good graphics. This is the game for you. You know, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed almost every aspect of the game. Still, it is my job to part of this class, so the next game hopefully is better. You know, so I think that's pretty much it of my review. I don't have much concept, but the performance is ass, and then the combat is kind of way flashier. I don't think they should tone it down. I think even if it's flashier, they should keep. I would rather play this combat than. I think this combat is way better than DMC. Like, I'm gonna get so much hate for that, but I think this combat is way more fun, way more engaging than DMC's combat. Because they made it so easier, so you can have more fun playing this than DMC. DMC 5, I played it, I was so bored out of my mind playing that combat, but this combat is way more fun to play. It's more engaging, for me at least. It's just my personal preference, I guess, but yeah. Overall score, let's go. I gave Wulong a 9 out of 10. But this game has better combat and a better story. So we are going. This game earns it. 9.5 I will give this game out of 10. Like I said, none of the game 10 means perfect in every way possible. This game is the highest score ever gotten in my reviews, and you gotta play this before you die. You know, it's like that, the YouTube title. That's it. That's my review. Final Fantasy 16, one of the best Final Fantasy ever. Amazing story, every aspect is good, combat is fun, Jesus Christ. Like, it's just it. Like, especially when you charge your Titan and then punch that guy in the face, and then he just yells along with the punch, and then he just finishes it, and then the boss explodes, knocks him into the cutscene. My god, that was so good. Like, I have so much fun in this game. If you are a normal person, and if you just want to play a game and have fun, this is the game for you. Like, I would guarantee I did not have this much fun playing any of the Dark Souls game ever. I played Elden Ring, Lies of P, freaking Dark Souls, whatever the fuck every game. Did not have enjoyed this much in a game. Every aspect is good. Everything is good. Such a good game. Totally worth it. Every cent of your money is worth it on this game. I am glad. I will say with confidence that this game is worth your full $60 of every bit of your money. you are paying it for. But be sure to have a better PC or a PlayStation 5 to enjoy this game to its max potential. Good looking game, good game. Straight up. 9.5 out of 10. Game of the year for me. I think they did one game of. Let me check. Oh, which one won? Game of the year won by something else? Damn, I thought this one would have won. Damn, so unfortunate. They missed a good game for the game of the year. This game is really good. Which game? FIFA 16 lost the game of the year too. Although it lost to Alan Wake 2. Ooh. Ooh. That is such a tough one though. I guess that's fair enough. Like Alan Wake is also a good game. Ooh. This game was best narrative, shoulder to shoulder of the Marine Obelisk. Yeah, I think this one, even though Alan Wake, I have no problems Alan Wake winning the game of the year because that game is also really good. But I think, in my opinion, this game is the game of the year for me. Really good. Like, because Alan Wake has a really interesting story, but the combat in that game is kind of shit. But in this game, they mix both of them. But in terms of graphics, I think Alan Wake wins. I mean, that shit is just in a different dimension straight up. But this game, it's way more worth your money than Alan Wake 2. Like, for me at least. I played both of them. Straight up.